Okay, another job well done. The dirt bike is done, generators are done. Can-Am Maverick is okay for another season. Here's the brackets I was telling you about that will hold the 10-inch light bar. So these are just your basic bookshelf brackets. I think they're sturdy enough. When I take them out, I will make that evaluation. They had sturdier ones down there, but these are 2-inch. They were 2.5 inches. 2.5 is just too much. Then you have that piece of metal sticking out there, and you really don't want that. Well, we do have those, and it's just a question of taking the stinger off and taking the skid plate off, which I more than likely will not put back on. I do believe that we can stick a wrench up from underneath where the skid plate comes off, put a knuckle, 6-inch extension and a knuckle, and then the socket, 1/2-inch socket. And I do believe you can get to these too. So we'll find out. We need to know that information before we drill these holes, because all of these holes are 5/16, but these two, we might just drill them an 1/8 inch and then use the self-tapper to do the rest, 1/4 inch self-tapper. We can put those on with a self-tapper. It's not a deal breaker, okay? I just prefer using the fucking hardware from, when you use the hardware from Rigid, it's more difficult to take it off, you know what I'm saying? So that's what you want to do. Then versus a self-tapper. A self-tapper is pretty easy to take off, guys. But in any case, I mean, these are both self-tappers, and they're doing just fine. Well, this is actually a lag screw, and it's doing just fine. But, you know, we're loving life. We'll work on that tomorrow. I don't have any more time today. I'm done. So we're going to just put our torque wrenches right back here. We're going to put our wipes over here on top of the generators. Seems to be a good spot for them. Remember, we changed the oil on this past summer. It's got Motul oil on it. It had the factory full synthetic in it. Motul is full synthetic oil too, red in color. We put it in. I've got a video on it, but we don't drive very many miles. That Motul oil will be inside that rig for about 4 years. You just don't have. Look, let me reiterate something if I haven't done it already, gentlemen. Oil does not spoil. Don't go for all this bullshit about changing your oil every 6 months. That's a bunch of bullshit. Oil doesn't spoil. Follow me, guys? They would just love for you to change your oil every 6 months, every year. You just don't have to do that. It's called over maintenance. Okay, we are going to wrap this one up. Man, we did good today. Oh shit, we gotta make sure that dog don't get in our way, huh? Fuck. Now he's got a long chain, and he can get in front of the rig now when I drive it. Have to put that front camera on. Anyways, we got everything back. I love having that dirt bike done. That is sweet. And like I said, tomorrow, you know, we did everything on the dirt bike. You know, we even tightened up the chain. It was about 2 3/8 inch slack, a little under, and now it's a 2 1/8 inch. So that's perfect. And we did lube it with. That's more of a cleaner than a lube. So we'll probably end up putting that lube can on there. But that shit is it's very messy as time goes on. It gets very built up on their chain, and it's very dirty. But then again, it's a dirt bike, right, guys? Okay, man, I'm gonna shut you down. That's it for this video. We showed you the brackets, L brackets. We're just gonna roll this beast in and go upstairs and relax, eat a slice of pizza, maybe. You know, probably. Then I'm gonna lay down, relax for an hour or so, and then gotta go to work and pay the piper, guys. Man, it's nice to get that done. I love taking care of that dirt bike, man, and my street bike. Now, actually, you know, this bike here, this bike needs front brake pads. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this brake caliper off. We're going to take the pin out, and we're going to take the pads out from the front, so we don't have to take the brake apart. Then we're going to slip the new pads in, and hopefully it works. You know what I'm saying? It should work. I'm not really sure. They always show you taking this caliper apart and then replacing them, but I think you can do it that way. You know what I mean? There's a pin here. You take the pin out, take the brake caliper off, and you should be able to pull those brake pads out with a pair of needle nose and then put the new ones in. You just got to get them to adhere, and then you put the pin back in to hold them in place. But you want to make sure that there's a little spring in there, and you want to make sure that you hook that brake pad on that spring so that when it pulls the brake pad away. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be a problem. We'll see when I do it, but it does need new front brake pads. Those front brake pads are shot, so that will be a chore that we'll have to do. We may end up doing that on a road trip. I don't know for sure, but we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? I do have this bike, and I don't know, the last trip I did to Idaho, remember, we only took one bike. I had problems and I didn't have another mountain bike. So one of the main reasons why I bought the second mountain bike was so that if one mountain bike breaks on a trip, you've got another one. That's one of the main criterias. But I really didn't have room to carry it. So the next trip to Idaho, we will be taking the small Trinity trailer over here. That's Trinity. This other trailer here is Diamond. So we'll be taking that trailer. You can see it's got a triple rail setup here for 3 bikes. Well, I added a 4th, so we can put all 2 of my mountain bikes on, dirt bike and street bike on it, and be styling and profiling. Anyways, and we can throw a generator on there. We can throw 4 fuel cells on that rig when we leave. Weight is not that big of an issue with that small trailer. So, you know, we can carry 4 full fuel cells. We can double our range with this Jeep. I mean, you can use the fuel cells for filling up that, for filling the Jeep too, not only your dirt bike and your street bike. And the generator comes too. Okay guys, I'm gonna shut you down. I think we did good today. Man, I love that shit, man. But it amazes me. I guess I am kind of slow and pokey. But the bike is done 100% clean. The rotors are clean, front and back. Sprockets are clean. It's still dripping debris off of those sprockets. That's why I put the cardboard underneath it. So, like I said, I think that thing that I put on there, it's a lubricant, but it's more of a cleaner lubricant, you know what I'm saying? So we'll have to put the other chain lube on also too, probably. Not a big deal. Let's roll this beast in. He's over there right now, so. Oh, this plug here, guys, is for my refrigerator. I don't know if I made that point clear the other day. Make sure that dog stays over there. Gotta Make sure my dog don't run underneath the wheels. We try to get it over as far as we can, guys. That gives us room to do what we need to do in life, guys. And we will lock this beast up. We try to move it, keep it over as far as we can to give ourselves enough room in that middle aisle. And we will plug our refrigerator in. Got some nice cold beer in there. And cold drinks. But yeah, it's cool. We're gonna lock this beast up. Just like shooting fish in a barrel. We got that baby locked up. The keys are put away there. This is my work jacket. We'll keep it in the garage down here. I don't like getting my other stuff dirty. This is what I wear when I do work on the vehicles down here in the winter. When this garage, dude, this garage is as cold as it is at night in here. It's very cold in here. So I got this pair of pants down here. I actually should have put that pair of pants on, but we'll leave this down here. We got our keys for the car. Sorry about that, guys. And that's it for this. Gotta put the dogs away, and that's it. Another beautiful day, another job well done. It would have been nice. I think what's going to happen here is we're going to mount these lights first. They won't be operational, but they will be mounted, and the plugs will be there, and all you have to do is run the wires. So we'll mount them all first, and then we'll worry about the wires later. It's going to be cool, man, when it's done. You know, I'm thinking, what's next? You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're getting near the end of the line here, guys. I mean, as far as, you know, the things that I do to the Jeep. I mean, there is a Whipple coming down the line, I guess, you know what I'm saying? But you're certainly not going to do that for at least 2,000 miles, say. You know what I mean? You're going to drive it the way it is first, and then do the Whipple. But man, it sure is nice. We've got both of these. We've got these two tenders. We got the dirt bike on one, and we've got the Can-Am Maverick on another one. And we do have a tender on this street bike also. And then we also have another tender right here that we're going to get set up for the Jeep. So all right, guys, I'm going to shut you down. That's it for this video. We're going to go upstairs and relax. Enjoy the life. Sweetness, guys.